It's not John Cena who's ruining wrestling. It's TKO who's ruining wrestling. I am the father, and I am going to tell you why TKO is ruining wrestling, and they're becoming the biggest sellout in corporate history. Everybody saw the other day when R-Truth, our beloved R-Truth, was let go. No, excuse me, fired. Because when you don't renew a contract, that's a nice way of saying you're fired. They didn't sit down with this man. They didn't negotiate. They didn't try to give him a Legends deal. 17 years with the company in WWE. The heart and soul of the comic of WWE. Backstage, the wrestlers adore him. The fans, including myself, adore this man. How do you just let him go? Especially since he was on Saturday Night Main Event, and then we saw him last Friday night on SmackDown. He was right there to the end. And then you cut him the next day? And let me tell you something. When I found out that R-Truth was let go, it's about 1 hour after R-Truth found out. He had no clue it was coming because these are ruthless people that TKO has backstage. These are pencil pushers. They don't even like wrestling, these big executives. They don't know what wrestling's about. They have no feel for the wrestlers, the fans, us, the fans. There's nothing there. So we're going to get into a lot of different things, what they've been doing. But this is for you, R-Truth. We love you. We miss you. And I hope enough people can rally around what's going on, and maybe they'll bring him back on a Legends contract. And let's not forget about Carlito. I got his shirt on right here. That's not cool, TKO. That's not cool what you did. You wrote him off like he never existed. Every week for the last year, we see Carlito. He's with the Judgment Day. He's backstage. He's got his apple. He's got his little one-liners. He's there. And what they did, they just wrote him off. He's gone. He's erased. He's invisible. He never existed. They didn't give him any type of, us as a fan, what are we, stupid? Make up a story. Something happened to Carlito. He was in a parachuting accident. He's disappeared. He's in the lost. He's in the jungle. We don't know where he is. Do something. But just to write the man off like he never existed, come on. Give me a break. That was horrible what they did. And you know what? I'm going to give a shout out right now to Dom Mysterio, one of the people that were on Monday Night Raw that had the gazonas, that had the balls to do something. He wore this shirt. That's not cool. On Monday Night Raw. And you know, we caught a lot of grief for that afterwards. And I'm glad he did something like that. More wrestlers backstage need to be doing stuff like that. Bad enough what they did to R-Truth and Carlito. But going forward, what's going to happen to Karrion Kross? Do you realize his contract is up in July or August? There hasn't been any contact from what I've been reading online. There's no interaction between Kross and TKO. You know why? Because they're going to get rid of him. They're not going to renew his contract. By not renewing your contract, it's just a fancy way or a nice way of saying you're fired. We don't think nothing about you. You're fired. We're not going to renew. Goodbye. Carlito never existed. R-Truth never existed. What are we going to do with The Miz? I've heard rumblings that The Miz is next online. He's got a big contract, The Miz. He makes a lot of money. His contract's coming up in a couple of months. I think The Miz is going next because no one backstage at WWE right now, if you're a wrestler or if you're an employee of the company, you don't know if you're going to be there next week. You know, the employees of the company on Friday nights is when they let them go. You could have people that were there for 2 years, 20 years. They'll let them go like that because they don't care. It's all about money for TKO. That's all they care about. They just care about their bottom line. I want to make a couple of points here. Beginning of May, TKO reported their best earnings ever. That means they made the most money in that last quarter that they reported. The most money ever. Their stock price has gone from low 90s to almost 150 in less than 6 months. Do you know what that is? Who owns the stock of TKO? Who owns hundreds of thousands of shares? Not me, not you. The people that are on the board, the executives in TKO, the people, the pencil pushers that don't even like wrestling, that don't even care about the employees, that don't care about us as fans. Those are the guys that are making the money. And people like you and I that enjoy wrestling and we have our favorite wrestlers, I can't even go to a show. When's the last time you tried to go to a show, taking yourself, a friend, family, if you got young kids, and you want to go to a pay event and get a semi-decent seat? The ticket prices in the last year are crazy. They have gone out the roof. And that's all about the money. They make money hand over fist. R-Truth and Carlito get let go last week. Braun Strowman, one of my all-time favorites, gets let go a month ago. And I got to sit there on TV and watch Slim Jim. You cut a deal with Slim Jim in the middle of the ring, the big Slim Jim logo. How much money did you get for that? I want to know, how much money did you make for that? All this money you got coming in left and right, and you're going to let your talent, your talent that people love, you're going to get rid of them? You're going to raise my ticket price and I can't go to the event no more? Come on, give me a break. You're selling yourself out. You're a corporate sellout. And you can't exist like that. You're going to ruin this game. You're going to ruin what we love. I've been watching wrestling for 50 years. 50. And you know what? I understand about business. You got to make tough decisions. You got to cut people. You got to, do this and do that. But when you're making money, the money you're making, and you got advertisers every week, I've never seen a ring in wrestling in all my days that has 8, 9 different Snicker bars. You got Slim Jims. You got Prime. You're making so much money in what you're doing. You're all about the money. That's all you're about. You don't care no more about the fans. You don't care no more about your wrestlers. And it's sad, and I'm tired of it. I got a little beef here with one of my all-time favorites, Triple H. This is for you. I don't believe you're making these decisions. You have board members there. This is a publicly traded company. And do you think a publicly traded company is going to let Triple H make the decisions on who gets cut, on who gets this? You know what Triple H is? You're a lightning rod. You know what a lightning rod is? It's on the roof of a house. So when the lightning comes, it doesn't hit the house. It hits the rod. And Triple H, you're a rod. That's all you are. You're making these decisions. You're not making these decisions, Triple H, because you're a wrestler like these guys. You know what the fans like, but you sold yourself to the corporation because of the money, the greed. I wonder what your bonus is. Why doesn't TKO put out what their bonuses is for their executives? Has anyone got less of a bonus? Or is your bonus doubled and tripled? Is any executives on the board get cut? Have you let an executive gone? I don't see none of that. I don't see anybody higher up in TKO getting let go. I see all the workers in the company. I see the wrestlers, what they're doing to them backstage, and you're demoralizing what you have. You have something here that's tremendous. Wrestling is so big right now. Grow with it. Let it grow. Don't let people make decisions that don't understand what this game is about. And another thing I want to talk about, your wrestlers. AJ Styles, I'm going to use him as an example. There's a lot of examples, but we're not going to go through every one. AJ Styles the other night was in a qualifying Money in the Bank match. Okay? CM Punk, AJ Styles, Americano. 3 of them were in the match. One of them is going to advance to Money in the Bank. Everyone thought maybe CM Punk was going to be the guy, but you saw with the outside interference from Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed and Seth Rollins, it wasn't going to be CM Punk's night. So instead, you got AJ Styles on his birthday. Does everybody realize that? Monday night, AJ Styles was his birthday. This guy is in the twilight of his career. You can't put him in the Money in the Bank match one more time? Why? I don't get it. I don't understand it. Plus, you made him take the pin on his birthday in the Money in the Bank match. Triple H, is that you coming up with that brilliant scenario? Same thing with Karrion Kross. You're telling me you couldn't put Karrion Kross in a Money in the Bank qualifier when we got Andrade, Americano, Penta, Seth Rollins, Solo Sikoa, and LA Knight. You couldn't put him in one of those matches. This is the weakest Money in the Bank field for men that I've seen, I can't remember. And Triple H, this is not you. You ran the show when Vince was there. We saw what you could do. This is you selling your soul. Just like The Rock. He's another guy I got to pick a bone with, The Rock. You come out, you're going like this, and you're the corporate executive. You disappeared. Where'd you go? Went to Hawaii to surf? Give me a break. It's just not right what you guys are doing. You guys are the ones that need to have the backbones. You can't expect the guys like Gunther. And I'm going to give Gunther a shout out right now. He deleted all his WWE stuff on Twitter. He got rid of it. Now, Gunther signed at the end of December 2024. He's locked in for 3-4 years. He don't care. You know what? He's a man's man. And that's the problem. And that's what you need to do, Triple H and The Rock. Some of you guys got to be a man's man and tell these people what they're doing is wrong. That's why do you think he deleted all his stuff? That's in protest of what's going on. And he made a comment on Raw, too, that this is a tough business. This is a cruel business. Dom Mysterio with the shirt. Good for you, kid. Be a man. Stand up. That's what more people need to be doing backstage at WWE. And like I said before, I get business. I'm older. I've been in business. I've had businesses. I understand about cuts. I understand about layoffs, letting people go. And it's a sucky thing. And everyone has to do it. But not like these guys. Oh, and let's talk about New Orleans. What happened there? WrestleMania was supposed to be in New Orleans. You guys advertised it. You advertised it. Then you took it down. And where are you going to have WrestleMania next year? Oh, it hasn't been announced. How come New Orleans is not doing it? You know why? Because you got a good deal someplace else. Maybe you're going back to Vegas. Or is it possible we're going to take WrestleMania out of the country? Royal Rumble is going to be in Saudi Arabia. So we have to watch the Royal Rumble at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. That's what we're going to have to do. Maybe WrestleMania is going to be in Saudi Arabia this year. That's why it was in New Orleans. Now Saudi Arabia is going to throw filthy money at you, so you're going to run there. What about all the little kids, their fathers? They go maybe in Kansas or in Montana once a year, twice a year, wrestling rolls into town. All those house shows are gone. They're gone. You took them away. You put them into markets like where I am in New York, and you got the ticket prices for $1,000 to sit in the mezzanine. Give me a break. I've been a wrestling fan for 50 years, and what I can see is TKO is ruining WWE. I don't know what to do. Maybe as fans, we need to not buy merchandise. Maybe we don't go to these expensive shows and spend and go put the tickets on our credit card or take the money out of our savings. There's got to be something we can do. Maybe the wrestlers backstage can unite together to prevent what's happening. But the writing's on the wall, what they've been doing, how they've been releasing their stars. And I'm telling you now, I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm 1,000% wrong. But I think Karrion Kross and The Miz are both going to be released before the summer's over. And like I said, I hope I'm wrong. I love both of those stars. And they both should be on TV more than they are. But you can see The Miz in the last 6 months. You've seen Karrion Kross in the last 6 months. You see them less and less and less. So there's got to be something that can be done. Like I said, I hope that TKO, maybe more people like me making these videos, more people commenting on videos. I watched the WWE. They put out their stuff on YouTube, and there was nothing. 90% on the videos from Monday were negative comments all about R-Truth. Bring him back. Do this. Maybe they'll get enough of feed like this from people like myself and people like you that can voice your opinion to WWE. Send them an email. Send them a comment in one of their videos. Send this video to somebody else. But you have to do something. We all have to do something because what I can see is just getting destroyed, and it's happening fast. This is not a slow type of thing. This is going to be quick and ugly. So I'm the father from Israel to us. This is just my take. I'm sure there's people out there that'll disagree with what I'm saying. I'm sure there's people out there that'll agree with what I'm saying. I know there's going to be more agreeing than disagreeing. But there's got to be something everybody can do. It's important to voice your opinion in a comment, make yourself a TikTok video or a YouTube video. Reach out, do something. That's what we need to do because me personally, WWE wrestling is a big part of my life, and I want to see it succeed. I want to see it going forward, getting better. I don't want to see what I'm seeing now because they're going down the same road as Disney. That's what I could see. Disney puts out movie after movie that's junk, and everybody doesn't like it, and they don't wake up. They keep on doing it. So maybe we all need to voice our opinions. Maybe we can get our truth to come back. That's the step we need to take. Maybe Karrion Kross and The Miz will get a contract if more people speak out against what's going on in the direction that TKO is taking WWE.